An illegal migrant expected in court today, charged with assault on a federal officer after immigration agents tried to capture him in Los Angeles. Take a look. DOJ says he rammed his car into agents' vehicles when he was boxed in, sending smoke and debris into the air and causing the car to fishtail. An agent then opened fire, wounding the suspect and a U.S. Marshal with a ricocheted bullet. Neither of them seriously hurt. Suspect, known on TikTok as Richard L.A., he regularly follows ICE agents during their operations. Criminal defense attorney Josh Ritter joins me now. Josh, social media bravado against law enforcement has definitely ratcheted up into real-world violence. How can prosecutors use this case to set an example?
Well, I think they need to charge him with something far more serious. The idea that he's being charged with assault on a federal officer and he's looking at potentially as much as 8 years in federal prison is not enough, in my view. I think there's an argument that he could easily be charged with attempted murder in this case. He weaponized his vehicle. He used his vehicle as a weapon. He could have easily killed someone, killed an innocent bystander. The officers firing off bullets in response to protect themselves could have harmed someone else. Easily someone could have ended up dead here. So I think if they want to set an example, if they want to let others know how seriously they're taking this, then they need to charge him seriously.
This is a guy that obviously stirs the pot on social media. But I want you to listen to another activist. And not only is this somebody who also stirs up the rhetoric on social media and the like, this is a Los Angeles school teacher teaching the children of Los Angeles who also received a human rights award from the folks at the California Teachers Association. Listen.
This is South Central Los Angeles. They are not the only ones with guns in this city. And I don't say that because we're calling for violence. I'm saying that because the people have every right to defend themselves against masked, unidentified gunmen with AR-15s and other military rifles. The people have every right to defend themselves. That's not violent, that's intelligent.
He does not get to qualify how we feel about a statement like that. If we feel it is calling for violence, then it's pretty clear it is. So at what point does speech like that rise to the level of speech that is not protected by the First Amendment because it ultimately does incite violence?
It's when it does exactly what you just said, when it incites violence. I mean, listen, the First Amendment is a huge protection, but it's not limitless. You know, we've all heard the example, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, where you also can't encourage others to commit violence against law enforcement. I mean, this is incredible to me how reckless it is, because these officers are out there doing an incredibly difficult job, and it's obviously potentially very dangerous, and they're trying their best to do it by preserving the safety of others, including those that they're detaining. And when you've got someone who's out there encouraging others to weaponize themselves, you're going to get this kind of conduct that we're talking about today, where somebody uses a vehicle. They don't need a weapon in the car. They don't need a gun in the car to cause harm and potentially death to others. If they're incited to this kind of action by the kind of words that you just played for us, it's incredibly reckless.
Yeah, and I wonder at some point if the DOJ needs to make an example out of these individuals, not to quell free speech, but to stop violence, because ultimately that's what the DOJ is there for. Before we let you go, the suspect accused of attempting to rape and murder a jogger on a Florida trail just had his bond revoked after he posted a video on social media that the judge said was meant to intimidate a witness. That, of course, violates the conditions of his release. That's not the story here. The story is this guy who was charged with attempted murder was out on a $9,500 bond in the first place. How did we even get to this point, Josh?
I have no idea. I mean, I understand things slipping through the cracks, but are you telling me that a prosecutor didn't speak up? The judge wasn't aware of what he was charged with? I just don't understand the circumstances that could lead to someone who, by the way, has a violent criminal history. They now want to charge him as a repeat criminal offender because he's committed 4 felonies in the past 4 years that are all violent. And you're going to tell me that that person, an attempted murder, a potential rape, and he's looking to get out with less than $10,000 in bail? I don't understand what leads to that.
And for those who say this can only happen in New York City because of Alvin Bragg and DAs like that, Larry Krasner in Philly, this happened in Florida. one of the most law and order states you can have. So pay attention. This could happen in your state, your city, your town. Josh Ritter, thank you for your time this morning. Really insightful. Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.